Hi guys, so I was wondering if there are any natural way to increase the serotonin production in your brain, and also if you can influence your moods and emotions by the things that you consume or the things that you do. And I found several very interesting studies and I wanted to share it with you because I know that especially with winter now and shorter days, maybe some people feel down or maybe you just want to feel better in general. I just want to give you a disclaimer first. I do not advise to not take the medication if your doctor prescribes it to you. So if you are already taking antidepressants and they're working for you and your doctor says that you should keep taking them, then you should. But if you are just feeling a little bit down and maybe you wanted to have a little bit more energy or be a little bit more focused, this video is for you. And maybe if you are thinking about coming off antidepressants and you discussed it with your doctor, and you can take note of some of it because maybe it can be helpful. So without further ado, let's start. I would like to start this with a quote from the World Health Organization that I really love. And it says that health is not merely the absence of disease, but a state of complete physical, emotional, and social well-being. So it has been proven all along that happier people live longer and they have better health, and that a lot of different brain diseases and heart diseases and even cancers are caused by people not feeling very well with themselves and by our emotions, basically, because a lot of aspects of our lives are influenced by our emotions and not only our health. So obviously everyone wants to be happy, and as I said in my previous video, it has also been shown that the most certain way to be happy is to have stable relationships and a good community around you, because this is what the longest studies on happiness have shown throughout the years. Also, basing your self-esteem and happiness on internal things instead of external that we cannot control is also a very good approach to being happier in general. But here I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about more conventional, like everyday ways that you can feel a little bit better and a little bit happier and increase the production of happy hormones in our brains. So basically there are 4 hormones that influence our moods and our emotional quality of life. And the first is serotonin. It is the happiness hormone. I think everyone has heard about it before. Also there is dopamine. I think that it influences our concentration and our goals and how we achieve them. Acetylcholine, I don't really know what it is responsible for, but I know that it is responsible for some sorts of brain function. I'm sorry, I should have prepared for this better. And there is GABA, which is also kind of, everyone heard of it, and some antidepressants even base their functionality on increasing GABA in our system. The majority of this video will be devoted to serotonin because serotonin selective reuptake inhibitors are the most famous antidepressant medications that there is, and so I think that concentrating on serotonin is the way to kind of feel happier long term. I might be wrong, and also please mind that I'm not a doctor or a psychiatrist or a psychologist, so I'm just sharing what I have found. First of all, your thoughts influence your mood and your hormone levels, as well as the other way around. So it's like a circle of happy thoughts, better levels of happy hormones, more happy thoughts, and so on, and the same with bad thoughts and low levels of hormones. So either psychotherapy or affirmations, any way that you can produce more happy thoughts in your brain will already increase your serotonin levels. And I think that it's pretty easy to find different meditations and affirmations and all of that. But of course, psychotherapy is the most helpful and maybe stable thing, because when you change your thought patterns, they kind of stay with you. The second thing is sunshine. it is known that the production of vitamin D3 is influenced by our exposure to the sun, and of course you need to be very careful if you live in a very sunny region to protect your skin, because it can cause skin cancer. But what I'm talking about right now is that in a lot of countries in winter it is really dark, and so people become less and less happy, and you can either take vitamin D3 seasonally or all year round if you live in a not very sunny environment like me, or you can just be outside more. Be outside for at least half an hour a day, walk around, soak up in the sun, and just, you know, be careful, be smart, but yeah, stay outside. And that takes me to the third thing, is physical activity. It is shown with studies that even our moods increase after having some physical activity, like straight after. So the hormone levels in blood taken before and after doing sports were different, and the hormone levels were higher in people who just exercised. But also long term, building your cardiovascular system, building your muscles, and just being active is something that we are supposed to do. We are not supposed to sit on our butts all day and work in front of a computer. We are supposed to walk around and like hunt for food, or I don't know, do some work in the garden or whatever. And of course now it's quite unrealistic in the world that we live in today, but we can still do at least 20-30 minutes of sports a day. So yeah, sports is also very important. The last thing is diet, and here I will go into more details. So some people know that tryptophan is the amino acid that takes its place in the production of serotonin, and the foods that contain tryptophan are things like buckwheat and amaranth, and pumpkin seeds and pumpkin as it is, seaweed, spirulina is very good for that, lentils and greens, especially spinach, millet and quinoa. And also there is a lot of tryptophan in animal products, but various studies have shown that overall consuming animal protein actually decreases your serotonin levels. So if you want to feel happier, then probably you should regulate the consumption of animal products, or maybe give them up. It is not only my opinion, but it's actually written in very many scientific papers, and if you are interested I can link you to them. Also you can take supplements, and for example vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B2 and B6, D3 as I said before, omega-3, 6 and 9 fatty acids, which is actually a supplement and not a vitamin or a mineral, but still. Also magnesium and zinc are very important for our nervous system, and vitamin C is just good for our general energy levels and well-being. As for other supplements, there are such helpful serotonin inducing things as 5-HTP or SAM or L-theanine, but you need to really consult with a doctor before taking them, because otherwise it can cause serotonin syndrome and it can cause more harm than it does good. Also, for increased production of dopamine, you can use L-tyrosine or Bacopa. I haven't even tried them, or I don't even really know what it is, but they are some of the ones that there were listed. For increasing the production of acetylcholine, you can try and use galantamine, acetylcholine, and alpha-GPC. And for increasing the production of GABA, you can use L-theanine and picomelan. I do not recommend self-medicating even with supplements, and you should always consult with your doctor first. But I think that just having this information, especially the foods that can help a little bit, or maybe some activities that you can incorporate into your daily life, maybe it will be helpful for some of you. I really hope so. Thank you very much for sticking with me throughout this video. I really hope that you found it helpful, and thank you very much for watching. Be nice humans. Love you so much. See you in the next video, and goodbye.